everyone, welcome to Only the Shreya. Do you know what are the worst places to live in Edinburgh? Well, if you are moving here for long term, either as a student or a working profession with family, then you should know that what are the areas in Edinburgh that you need to avoid. So in this video, I'm going to tell you about the places that are worst to live in Edinburgh and also the reason behind it. To find out, watch this video till the end. Let's get started. So first in this list is Grassmarket. I know. If you have visited Edinburgh before as a tourist, you would say that Grassmarket is amazing. It's filled with amazing cafes, places to eat. It's so touristy. And that's exact same reason why you cannot live here for long term. If you are coming here as tourists, definitely visit this place because it has a lot of buskers, street performers giving performances. But it can get a little annoying for you if you are living in that area to get some sleep. Also, it's kind of a night hotspot for people who are visiting Edinburgh or who live in Edinburgh. So people will be there shouting at night, enjoying their day, but you will not be able to enjoy your night because of all these noises. And also, if you are on budget, Grassmarket is quite expensive. So if you are looking for a peaceful neighborhood, so this place is definitely not for you to move in. The second name in this list is the Midows. If you are looking for a quiet and peaceful place or neighborhood to live in, this neighborhood is not the right choice. It can get quite noisy because of the traffic on the main road, or there's always some construction going on in this area. Also, there are a lot of students there and a lot of students accommodation. So if you are moving in this area, you may see a lot of crowd. Also, parking your car in this area is struggle. You may not get it at all. So if you want to have a vehicle, that's gonna make your life super hard. So until and unless you want that in your life, this place is not for you to move in. The next place in my list is the Mayor House. One of the worst thing about living in this area is high level of poverty, crime, and lack of amenities. There are quite a few shops, cinema halls, libraries, and vacant properties. And these kind of things kind of contribute towards high level of crime. Not just that, in this area, unemployment rate is quite high, which contributes to poverty. Another downside of living in this area is that public transport is not available. There are no train lines, there are no tram lines, and buses are also not very reliable. So if you are moving here, it will get really hard for you to get around the city, especially if you don't have a car. One final thing that people don't like about this place is the fact that it's quite socially deprived area. There are a lot of council estate here and it can get quite dangerous if you are walking in the night. The next place in my list is Shill. Shill is not a safe place to live in. There are quite a lot of gangs in this area and if you are not careful, you may get into a lot of trouble. Especially if you want to raise a family, this place is not ideal for you. If you're walking alone in night, you will definitely feel unsafe here. This place also has quite a lot of pollution and it's quite a noisy place because of the tram and train. So if you're moving to Edinburgh, definitely don't consider this place. Next place in my list is the Royal Mile. I know, whoever has visited Edinburgh at least once, they know about the Royal Mile because this place is one of the busiest roads or areas to live in Edinburgh. There are always huge crowds of tourists. So if you want to move here and live a peaceful life, this may be a nightmare for you. Getting from one place to another place is really difficult because there's always some tourists taking pictures or shouting. If you are in Royal Mile, there's always some traffic, some buses passing, some car passing. So it will be really difficult and noisy for you. One of the most expensive areas to live in is the Royal Mile. If you don't want to get bankrupt, don't come to this area to live in. Because even if in night time, there are a lot of tourists enjoying their life, singing loud. So if you take a house there, you will regret it and you will think, why did I decide to move here? Next place in my list is Pilton. Pilton is okay place to live in. There's always some downsides of living in one place, and about Pilton, there are not many things to do in this area. Pilton has not a single decent restaurant or bar in this entire neighborhood. Even if there are few, they tend to be pretty terrible. The worst thing about living in Pilton is that it is very far from everything. If you want to go to the city center from Pilton, it can take you around 30 minutes to go there. And if it's a rush hour, it may take longer. And finally, it can be quite noisy because of a lot of students, so this may not be a very peaceful area to live in. Let's talk about a place called Craigmillar. A lot of people think that this place is very nice and quite a peaceful area of Edinburgh, and I agree with that. It is quite peaceful, but there are few things that you should consider if you are looking forward to move to this place and signing a lease for long term. One of the worst thing about living in this area is lack of amenities, and there are only few things that you can do here. Like there are only few restaurants or bars, so it can get pretty difficult for you to meet new people if you are looking forward to make friends in the city. Another worst thing about living in Craigmillar is that it is on the outskirts of Edinburgh. So if you want to come to Edinburgh for any show, for any movie, for any amazing things to do, you will have to be reliable on public transport, which is not good in this area. So this is why Craigmillar is one of the worst places to live in Edinburgh. The next place that I'm going to tell you about is one of the most dangerous places to live in Edinburgh. So if you are moving to Edinburgh, definitely avoid this place. I'm talking about Wester Hailes. This place is known for its bad reputation for being very notorious and high crime rate in this area. This place is known for being the worst places to live in Edinburgh. It's like the worst part in Edinburgh. If you search on Google, this place will definitely appear being one of the most places where a lot of violent crime happens. This is also socially deprived area. It has poverty and poor infrastructure as well. Also, if you are planning to move to this place, it has poor link of transportation and there are only few things that you can do in this area. The local council estate is considered to be one of the most deprived in Scotland, and you would not want to move in this area. The next place in my list is Leith Walk. This place you may have heard about because this is quite a popular area in Edinburgh. This place has a lot of great amenities, a lot of great pubs, a lot of great restaurants, bars and cafes. So if you are like walking through Leith, you will be super happy to see so many things to explore, so many things to do around in this area. So this area is amazing to live in. It's just that it can get quite noisy in the night because there are a lot of pubs. People can get you up until wee hours in the morning. Also, because of the development in this area, the prices for rent is quite high. So if you are looking for an affordable places to live in Edinburgh, this may not be a right place. Well, that's it for this video. So if you are moving to Edinburgh, please avoid this area if you are moving here for long term. If you find yourself living in one of these areas in Edinburgh, just be careful about things that I mentioned in this video. And for more such updates, keep watching only the Shreya.